Listen up, Timaru. Hey, it's Big Al here. We're here at Curbside Toastie on Stafford Street. Come with me and meet the owner and our last guest of the season, Jack. Come on.
Thank you for joining me, bro, on the podcast.
Pleasure to be here, mate.
So, can you tell us a little bit about Curbside Toastie and what Curbside Toastie has to offer?
So, Curbside Toastie has got some gourmet toasties, some shakes, coffee, and awesome cookies, and some really good offerings in our cabinet. Yeah, it's just kind of come out of a lot of travel.
Yep.
With me and Nicole, we've gone overseas. We've seen all these other places that have kind of done something similar, and we've just, thought, why can't we do that?
Yeah,
really.
So,
Yeah.
What was really the inspiration of this place?
I think New York, a lot of it was.
Yeah.
We also saw some other sort of toasty places popping up around the country that were doing something similar, and we just thought to ourselves, we can do this, and we can do a bloody good job of it, and I like to think we are.
Yeah, because I follow a few places on TikTok actually, especially in New York, and some of the sandwiches over there look crazy.
Yeah, they do, man.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about cats the other day.
Yeah, bro.
Those
I love a good Reuben, eh?
Yeah. Those pastrami sandwiches look unreal.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. But I think as well, like the Americans, they sort of they're over the top with everything. Everything's big and beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I kind of like to keep things balanced. I don't want one thing dominating. I want everything kind of being rounded and really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, how do you find owning a business in Timaru? And what do you think Timaru can improve in any way as well, especially Stafford Street?
With Timaru, obviously, prior to the meatworks closing, there was definitely a different feel.
Yeah.
Everyone was kind of feeling optimistic.
Yeah.
Really, weren't they? But I guess since that happened, it's been a bit down buzz.
Yeah.
And I think the meatworks closed the day before we were supposed to open.
Oh, wow.
And that's definitely kind of affected us a wee bit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is. And we're getting by.
Yeah.
And the reaction to us is really good.
Yeah.
Stafford Street, I guess if you spoke to pretty much anyone along here, they would say they've kind of suffered pretty much since.
Yeah.
There's no simple answer for that, really, is there?
Yeah. I think you're right too. It has affected the town quite a lot, and it's obviously 600 people out of work. So it has affected a lot of people. But hopefully, I think Timaru will be able to bounce back from this.
Sure, it will.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
It's a really sort of a real prosperous town. And we have the port and also some other industries here as well. So hopefully we are able to bounce back from it. And from what I hear from the tea leaves is that a lot of people from Smithfield have been hired in and around Timaru as well. So
that's pretty damn good, really.
So that's really good.
Yeah.
They're obviously able to still remain in Timaru. It's like I've said before, for a lot of people, especially that work at Smithfield, this is home for them. And it's not as easy as just picking up and moving away somewhere else.
Yeah.
People have got their families, their lives here. So I think you're right. I think it's optimistic, for us to hopefully get down off the ground again.
Yeah. I suppose you see those people kind of going out back into the workforce, and they're like, "What do I do now?"
Yeah.
And they've got to get creative.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of them have, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
New businesses kind of.
And having to learn that new industry as well,
Yeah.
Learn a whole new industry. It's quite challenging for a lot of people. It puts them in that uncomfortable sort of way of learning again,
Oh, you need to feel uncomfortable.
Definitely.
Yeah. I feel pretty uncomfortable here.
Yeah. Because you came from Reburger, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We set up I set up the second Reburger in Multihull, just south of Dunedin.
Yeah.
And then me and my partner, we set up Reburger Timaru and then Reburger, Hornby in Christchurch.
Wow.
So, we've got a bit of a business background.
Yeah.
I suppose you can count burgers as a sandwich.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a sandwich background there.
Yeah.
Most of all, it's just kind of good to have that backing behind you.
And I think that's actually where we first met you was in Reburger, Timaru. My wife was really impressed by how passionate you were about the job, and it actually really translates to what you've done here as well. That passion that you have for the food. So I really commend you on what you've done here. It's actually really,
thanks, Dave.
It's really cool.
We try incredibly hard.
Yeah.
And there's no real sort of waking moment where we're not really looking at each other and thinking, what can we do next to kind of push this?
Yeah. I actually really like how simple your menu is too. It's really clean cut. It's just simple, but the ingredients are really, really well done. So
thanks, Dave.
I really like that. It's cool.
Yeah. Now there's a lot of low and slow elements and cured meats and
and that's cool. Yeah, and that it translates to that sort of that soul food. That really that good hearty food that people like. So I really like it. What is your go-to favorite toastie that you recommend to everyone?
I would say the Cuban.
Cuban?
Yeah. I don't know whether you've seen the movie Chef.
Yeah.
But they're kind of obsessed with the Cuban real early on in that movie. And, I kind of wanted to try that myself.
Yeah.
And, we did, and I really bloody liked it, and I had to go on the menu.
Yeah.
And it has, and no regrets. It's just really rich and unctuous.
Yeah.
And we pull the pork for it, we don't roast it, and the juices from that pulled pork kind of soak into the bread while it's toasting, and it kind of chars all the edges. And honestly, it's like a touch burnt, and it's brilliant.
Yeah,
I love it.
My mouth is watering. So we were here last week, and I tried the chicken Caesar. Oh man, and that was amazing.
Thanks, dude. We make the Caesar mayo ourselves.
Yeah.
And we crumb the chicken.
Yeah.
Cut the cars. We've really focused on all those elements just to kind of make it as good as possible.
And I noticed that just as we were talking before we've done this, you source a lot of the ingredients locally as well.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
And that's really cool. I really find that quite a noble thing that you actually source all the ingredients.
Well, it's less noble, more kind of frugal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The less something travels to you.
Yeah.
The less it's going to cost.
Yeah. That's cool.
So it's
and I mean, it's cool to be able to say that, hey, the food comes from UBake, ingredients come from here and there. It's awesome.
Man.
Yeah, it's
for sure. We're kind of trying to work on a breakfast menu at the moment as well.
Oh, wow.
So we're trying to find a place to source us local eggs, and hopefully we can get that going pretty soon.
Get that here first. So your cookies and your baked goods, and
yes,
your partner Nicole, she bakes all of that in house.
Yep. She's actually here at the moment, kind of working tirelessly all the way in the back while I take all the accolades.
What are these like secret recipes or what's going on here?
So she's basically been working on it, I guess, for about a good year and a half to 2 years. I mean, she's always been a keen baker, but she zeroed in on cookies probably about a year and a half ago. I guess it all started with the success you see people have with them on TikTok. And she had her own cookie, like chocolate chip cookie recipe at that point. And she thought to herself, "Man, looks better than that."
Yeah.
I can zero on this and make it something.
Yeah, we tried the Nutella stuffed cookie last time we were here.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, no, it's real nice.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
Bueno on top.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah,
Nutella stuff in the middle.
Yeah,
that's real nice.
I see. Also when we were here last time, we tried the homemade lemonade. Now that's a point of difference.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So we were kind of obsessing over that for a good sort of 4 or so weeks before we actually kind of came up with it. We tried about 6 different recipes to kind of be fully happy with it, and we kind of landed on a Chef John recipe from foodwishes.com. I don't know whether you've heard that on YouTube, but starts all his intros real goofy. It's proper funny, but he's actually a real good chef. And, we found one where you take all of the lemon peels and you macerate that in sugar for at least 2 hours or overnight. We do it overnight. And you turn that into a simple syrup. This is a process where you kind of like pour boiling water over it once it's been, fully cooled down. And we squeeze all the lemons that we've peeled and we mix that all together, and it's pretty special because you get all those essential oils from the peel, and it's
cool.
It's got so much flavor in it.
They're amazing.
And we make a simple syrup with dragon fruit, and we've got some freeze-dried strawberries and some really nice strawberry syrup. I'm pretty stoked about it.
And I'd see it's a real point. It's a real point of difference.
Thanks, dude.
Because everyone's got the fridge with the drinks in it, but when you're able to offer something like that that's home, that's made on site, there's like I said, real point of difference.
And when you feel good about it, you can kind of upsell it efficiently because you're absolutely like stoked on it and you want people to try it. And that's kind of how we feel. So we're just like, lemonade?
Definitely. So I have some reviews here. Do you mind if I read them out?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Sorry, I ever spilled coffee on your laptop.
All right. So we have one here from Miriam Bilski. Okay, and she was saying that the hot honey and chicken melt, both so good. A Tux cookie to sheer perfection. Would highly recommend. Okay, we also have one here from Jackie Fraser. Okay, she said best toastie ever. We had the chicken melt, pulled pork, and salmon toastie. Okay, and great fillings and great bread, and their chips were freshly cooked and seasoned to perfection. Okay, and we also have one last one here from Mike Harley. He said that thought we would give this new place a gamble. Okay, and he actually moved over Subway in New Zealand. If you want subs or cookies, this place is amazingly good. The food was fresh, it tasted amazing, freshly baked bread.
I actually haven't read those. That's really nice to hear. It's
I mean,
it's good to get really good feedback.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
absolutely.
So, and how does it feel when you sort of get those sort of comments about what you're doing?
It feels pretty great, to be quite honest. We're not wildly successful, like monetary wise, but the feedback we get is, it certainly makes you feel like you're going in the right direction.
100%.
Yeah, and it's good to receive it because it's, it reinforces what you're doing and it makes you believe in it enough to kind of keep going with it. Yeah, so we will.
Is there anything you'd like to say to people out here that sort of leave good reviews about?
We'd like to see you back.
Yeah.
Please come support us, and we'll keep feeding you as well as we can, and tell your friends and family, and but also thank you. More than anything.
Yeah. Okay, 5 questions, mate.
Yeah, man.
All right, question 1. If you could cook a signature dish for the man Gordon Ramsay, what would you cook?
I'd cook him a burger.
Cook him a burger?
I would cook him a burger. I would cook him one hell of a burger. I would make him a damn good smash burger with probably about 4 patties. And put some Heinz ketchup on that thing, and a homemade mayonnaise, and a few damn pickles. Nice. And some onions.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I know he likes a good burger too.
Yeah, I always see him and he makes real thick ones.
Yeah.
So I try and bring him round to the smash burger style. Yeah.
Favorite cheese?
That is a really hard question. I mean, it depends what it's going with. Like, if you're eating a cheese strictly on its own, probably blue cheese. If I'm pairing it with anything, I would probably say mozzarella, fresh mozzarella. With a lot of salt and tomato.
Nice.
Yeah.
Favorite top childhood TV show?
Difficult one as well, actually. I was pretty obsessed with TV as a child. I would probably say Power Rangers.
Nice.
Spot on.
What was your, what's the most you've ever spent on a meal?
I would probably say about $500. Yeah. Yeah. Shit, overseas is expensive.
Yeah. I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that in New York?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
What's the worst dish you've ever tried?
Worst dish?
Yep.
You don't tend to remember the bag ones.
Yeah.
I actually probably am struggling to answer that one. Yeah. Pass. Sorry, man.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
If you could be in a band, what instrument would you play?
I'd probably play the drums because,
yeah,
you're always. I used to have a flatmate, Tony Adams. He's a good dude. He is a drummer, and he would just.
Always.
Yeah. So I used to kind of join him for a wee jam session. We'd have some really stupid tabletop jams. It was great. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. The favorite thing on your menu?
I get really excited about the cookies. I probably think the number one best thing that we do is the plain chocolate chip choc chunk cookie.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing of art. I think it's a really good cookie.
Yeah, nice. And name someone you would sing karaoke with.
Anyone.
Anyone?
I'll do it with you, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What Monopoly piece are you?
I'm the train.
You're the train?
Yeah, I keep on chugging.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Car.
Why the car?
I don't know. I would fight my children to the death.
In the UK, you've got the football or the football boot, and I used to fight my brother for that one.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last question: Marvel or DC?
I'm not super into either, but probably DC just for Batman.
Just for Batman.
Yeah, just for Batman.
Cool.
He's proper cool.
Yeah.
Although Spider-Man's pretty cool.
It's our episode for the day and our last episode of the season. We will be back in February 2025 with new guests and new giveaways. We hope to see you all then. And please go and like and follow us on all social media accounts. And don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. We hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us here at Listen Up Timaru.